We have survived Halloween, and welcome to November. It is the first day of November of 2023, and this is Litter Media Live. I'm Dan Ramey. He's Mike Smith, the icon. And sitting in the booth over here, when I say booth, if you remember WKRP in Cincinnati, you remember when they had the wall, there was a piece of masking tape on the floor.
For less,
and Herb Tarlick to have that in our booth today is the birthday boy, Aaron Glandon.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
There's
Much
a different
appreciated.
There's a different version of that.
There is one by the Beatles, which is really good. There's one by I don't know if do you remember the birthday song that we used to play for you back in the 1990s?
I don't.
I had Ma McRoberts come into the studio.
Sultry Marilyn Monroe.
And she did her Marilyn
JFK,
Monroe Happy Birthday, Mr. President.
Right.
Only it was to
she
Mike
did
Smith.
well.
She did do well.
Now, should we ask him how old he is?
How old are you, Mr.
23.
Hand?
Oh, my
23.
gosh.
So I wasn't alive when you were doing that in the 90s.
23.
You were not.
I can't even remember 23.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I was doing at 23.
I know I was married. And
I was married, yeah.
I might have had, that might have been the year I had hyperthyroid disease. Lost a bunch of weight. Everybody thought I was dying.
Dan Jr. was still 3 years old
How about that?
at that time.
Yeah. Sarah wasn't even a twinkle in our eye yet. So.
Yeah. In fact, I was probably still working here in Chillicothe at WFCB at the time.
You were the enemy at that time.
Yeah.
Up on the folk block.
The enemy at the time.
Yeah. I think we were, I'd have been up on the hill still.
This is our radio moment for the day.
Yeah, you just had it, right.
Remember, used to have that, I'm not going to give it the actual description that everyone gave it, that brown-colored van that you used to have.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, Mike was the Baby Ruth bar yesterday in that picture we showed you. This van was kind of like taking a look at a baby's diaper. And so at any rate, that was the color. And but I would see it every once in a while wave, and they'd wave back. And so we were buddy-buddy in that respect.
Yeah. I had a freezer delivered yesterday, and I thought that was going to turn into a radio moment.
Really?
I mean, they were talking, what's Dan doing now? And I said, we have to go all over that again and explain, we're back together, but here's where we are.
Is Dan still alive?
Yeah. I used to listen to you guys all the time. So, hopefully you still can. Yeah.
We have talked about Vanessa George before, and Vanessa, of course, is now Mrs. George with Chillicothe High School and the Pickaway Ross Career Technology Center. But at one point in time, she was Vanessa Doyle. Yeah. And before she and Jam got married, her mom and dad were coming to pick her up at the radio station one day. So here's her dad, Bill Doyle, in the driver's seat, and I'm walking out as she's coming out in the back parking lot. And so I'm like, you're Vanessa's mom and dad. Hi, nice to meet you. And Bill turns and looks at me and says, Dan Ramey, I grew up listening to you. And I'm like, Bill, you're my age.
Oh, golly, yeah.
But that's what happens when you're 18 years old.
Yeah.
So we've turned this into us. It's all about Aaron today.
That's right.
So it's Aaron's
But we know he
special
was
day.
not around when we're talking about these
Precisely.
things.
And I got news for you, Aaron. There was a birthday cake that was planned, and just know that it was with good intentions.
I don't believe that for a second. Because you opened up Facebook and turned to me and said, happy birthday.
It's the thought that counts, right? Just the thought, not actually doing it, yeah.
I did have a plan, but it just, other
Next
things
year,
got in the way.
I like cheesecake.
He likes
my
cheesecake.
favorite.
Actually, your grandmother was the one that tipped me off to it yesterday when she said, you're not a bad son, your father's birthday was.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you had your dad's birthday incorrect yesterday.
Well, I said I didn't know. It was either the 30th or 31st.
Gotcha.
And I said, I guess I'm a bad son. And Aunt Ruth says, no, you're not a bad son. It was the 30th. And by the way, Aaron's is tomorrow.
You're not a bad son. You're just a bad news guy.
Yeah, well,
got your facts wrong.
Probably both, yeah.
What a way to start the show.
Yeah.
Huh?
This is the way the radio was,
Coming up in a moment, we have news for you. We'll also take a look at sports and this date in history. We'll go back into the, 16th century?
Yeah, 1512.
We're going back a ways.
Get your paintbrush out, folks.
Aaron was still just a twinkle in someone's eye several generations before. Yes. We'll touch on all that coming up in just a moment. But first, these words from
the weatherman.
The weather.
Yeah.
The weatherman.
Not much warmer than it was yesterday, folks, but the sun will be out. High 44. Temperatures dropping to 29 again tonight.
Chilly.
Sunny and 51 heat wave for tomorrow and 58 on Friday.
I have the regular blanket on top, and then, of course, my wife, who is a burning furnace. She is a burning furnace all the time. So, but I'm not, and so I have a Cincinnati Reds flannel blanket that lays over top of my side of the bed.
Gotcha.
And then there's one that she bought me for Christmas here a couple of years ago that's polar bears. So the polar bears are on top. I put that extra polar bear layer on to keep me warm.
Gotcha.
As I went to bed.
Mm-hmm. I don't have nearly that much, yeah.
That's probably too much information for you today. Let's get right to Scioto Valley Dumpsters. They are the people to call if you've got some projects going on in your home and you need a dumpster, or maybe it's your business that you need a dumpster. Make sure you give them a call. Just dial up our friends at Scioto Valley Dumpsters at 740-253-8389. Give Carl a call. He'll get you fixed up. 740-253-8389 for Scioto Valley Dumpsters. News is next.
As a professional race car driver, I live for speed, power, and performance on and off the track. That's why I use the Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower. Race into your local dealership today and test drive a new Dixie Chopper.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
If you can't give true love to me, I'll understand. Just
it's only worth it if you enjoy it. Michelob Ultra.
While the Aaron Glandon Birthday Bonanza continues, let's take a look at news, which you can find on our website, littermedia.com. Also, we share some things on our Facebook page and LitterX, as well as our YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Here's something for you, a gift, Aaron. Subscribe. It's free.
There you go.
What's making news today?
Breaking story just came into us before going on the air today. Aaron Glandon celebrates his... Oh, no, we covered that already. Excuse me, we got that already, yeah. Starting this Saturday, the Mighty Children's Museum... Did I do that with a straight face?
You did.
I sold it well, yeah.
You sold it really
well.
well.
Starting this Saturday, the Mighty Children's Museum ice skating rink will be open for business, and it's right next to the Pump House Center for the Arts in the new parking lot.
This is something we can add to the cavalcade of birthday celebrant stuff.
I would think so.
For Aaron Glandon.
Yeah. I did drive by there this morning. They've got the big wood floor that they put the rink on top of. So they're just in the beginning stages. If you drive by, what ice rink? Yeah, they're working on it, and it'll be ready by this Saturday. Ohio Department of Commerce's Division of Financial Institutions has announced that Connection West will receive over $18,000 in grant funding to provide financial literacy education to teenagers and young adults throughout Fairfield County. 49% of students at Lancaster High School are economically disadvantaged. The current enrollment at Lancaster High School is 1,800 students with 479 special needs students. However, the absentee rate is 45%. So based on the most recent Fairfield County Youth Behavioral Survey, just over 72% of the students wish to go to college. But per the census data at Lancaster during the period of 2017 to 21, only 21% of people aged 25 plus had earned a bachelor degree or higher. Staying in Lancaster with high school students there. Some Lancaster students are teaching in their elementary schools. This year, 22 seniors and 14 juniors are in the Teaching Academy and Child Care program. This is the newest career tech program at Lancaster High School and is entering its 5th year. If you were with us in our interview with the superintendent here a couple of weeks back, he talked about this. He referred to the TAC program, TAC. Students are ready for employment and or more education upon graduation by being a part of this program.
I imagine this helps with the overcrowding that they have as well. To get some of these seniors out of there and let them
see what it's like to be a teacher.
Precisely, yeah.
So neat stuff happening over at Lancaster. Walnut Street Children's School notified us yesterday that they still have openings for 3 to 5-year-olds this school year. That's, of course, in Chillicothe. If interested in getting questions answered or getting a child registered, call Debbie at 703-6589. The 2023 PICA, that's as in Pickaway County Community Action, Chili Cook-Off is November the 10th from 6 to 9 p.m. at Heritage Hall in Circleville. That's at the Pickaway County Fairgrounds.
Not sure who's happier, the chili pepper or the bowl.
Yeah.
They have
they both
wonderful looks on their faces there.
Well, the bowl's got kind of a, I don't know if that's a smile or, oh my gosh. Yeah, take a look at it there on the screen. Maybe you can make heads or tails of it. There will be a chili tasting event, live music, silent auction. The general admission is $7. Children 5 and under get in free, and veterans also get in free to that event. And finally, the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services looking for families to foster or adopt children, and this is statewide. So you can call your local Job and Family Services office to get more information. And since we're in a brand new month, as we told you yesterday, no road reports unless there's something out of the ordinary going on. We'll just include that in our topics page because most road projects are starting to shut down for the winter.
I can tell you that they began milling on the southbound lane of 772 yesterday, MOA home. So they are doing that, but it's further on down the road. So. And they patched those areas I was talking about. They kind of slipped away from that big curve before you get to Hirsch Fruit Farm. So it's good to see they got that fixed and raring to go.
Gotcha.
So there's your road report, I guess, in that respect. Sports on the way in just a moment, and this date in history just ahead. But first, Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. They are your trusted comfort advisor. If you are uncomfortable in your home or your place of business, they can fix that. They can get the temperature right for you, whether it be hot outside and cool inside, whichever you need it to be. They can get you taken care of. They've been doing this for almost 50 years now. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. If you click on the ad that you're looking at here on Litter Media Live, click on that anywhere you see it at littermedia.com, and it takes you right to Accurate's website, which is accuratehvac.com. Sports next.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
At Rathkamp Financial, we believe in building client relationships for the long term, guiding you through the stages of wealth with a plan and bringing you closer to reaching your financial dreams. We believe in long-term relationships and working to earn your continued trust with our customized investment solutions.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652. All right, coming up, this date in history, 1512. All right, but first, it's Aaron Glandon's birthday.
Bulletin. I guess you're taking him out to lunch.
We're repeating breaking news. Is
That's
that
right.
how it's done?
Yeah, every so many minutes you
have
to repeat that.
Got to make sure people.
We probably should have had it on the scroller. Breaking news.
Well, see, he's in control of the scroller, so.
How do we know that he didn't do that? It may be on there. We can't see the screen.
Well, he's probably got it typing in and out. Will these guys ever stop talking about this being my 23rd birthday?
Okay.
So, but
his
we're
mom and
making it
dad's
memorable
happy for him.
as best we can. Yes.
Game of the week. A decision has been made, and it just so happens it's probably the biggest high school playoff game in the area this Friday night as far as the top teams ranking-wise, not only in the computer polls but in the AP poll.
Dogs and Ironman.
Bloom Carroll at Jackson is our Litter Media Radio Game of the Week, and tomorrow at noon we'll have our preview show with comments from both coaches, Athlete of the Week, and all that coming up on Litter Media Facebook Live at noon tomorrow.
I think this is the initial meeting between Jackson and Bloom Carroll. I had thought to myself, I was telling Arian about this earlier, that surely they met in the playoffs at some point in time, but BC has been Division 4 until last year when they moved to D3. So, but they did not meet last year in the playoffs.
Should be a big one.
It
Big
should
crowd.
be, yeah.
Big crowd
And
also.
we'll be there.
Staying with football, the Ohio State Buckeyes in the first weekly college football
How did
playoff
this
poll.
happen?
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. They're number one.
How is that?
Yeah, they're number 3, I think, in the coaches in the AP poll, but the committee gave them the number 1 based on strength of schedule, I think, that they were talking about.
I think it's a setup. It's all
Probably.
political. It's a setup because let's put them up there at number 1 so that they lose. They'll drop down to number 5, and then there will be all this campaigning to get them into the top 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Georgia is number 2, Michigan 3, and Florida State, who some say might actually be the best team in the country, they're at number 4. Now, remember, this is the last year that only 4 go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Beginning next year, it's
16, is it?
12 or 16, I can't remember which, because I think the first round, the top teams get by.
Okay.
So,
Maybe
but
it's
this
12
is the last year of 4.
I can't keep up with it.
Just stay with us here. We'll explain it to you as we go. Yeah. In an honor long overdue, Waverly's downtown gymnasium will finally see a name attached to the basketball court. C.D. or Carol Hawhey. It's going to be C.D. Hawhey Court, but his first name was Carol. The late Carol Hawhey's legendary in Southern Ohio is one of the great high school coaches, leading the Waverly Tigers to numerous basketball league and tournament titles, along with a 1970 state Final Four appearance. Hawhey was also head coach of the Tigers' 1954 state baseball championship team. The basketball court will be officially dedicated during their December 9th game following the 5:30 boys game, and they're inviting former players, cheerleaders, and students. They even said if you were impacted by Coach Hawhey's teaching or coaching, they want you there. I think they're going to have a big picture of everybody down on the court next to the name that'll be painted there.
Sounds like a reason for us to be at Waverly High School.
Very well could be. But that's a Saturday night, I believe, December the 9th. The Mid-State League Buckeye has announced their all-league volleyball team. League champ Bloom Carroll leads the list after their 14-0 season. Their coach, Kyle McFerrin, Coach of the Year. Bloom Carroll's Evelyn Brown is Player of the Year. Gabrielle Wittenberg of Hamilton Township and Lindsay Van Hoos of Logan Elm are Defensive Player of the Year. By the way, we'll have the Mid-State League football Buckeye all-league team coming out later today. All SOC volleyball, Notre Dame and Southwestern, the league champs. They lead the list. Notre Dame's Bree Hicks is the Player of the Year. Finley May of Western in Pike County is the Defensive Player of the Year. This is in their Division I. Western's Mallory Williams is the Coach of the Year. In Division II, Bella Claxon of South Webster is Player of the Year. Her mom, Darcy Claxon, is the Coach of the Year. And the Defensive Player is Portsmouth West Emma Sayer. Last night, girls regional soccer action. Marietta was a winner over Fairfield Union, and Lynchburg Clay beat Fairfield Union. That was just 1-0. Waynesville ended Bloom Carroll's season 9-2.
Quick correction. You said Fairfield Union. It was Leesburg Fairfield.
Sorry, yes. Yeah. Fairfield. They call it just Fairfield.
Right.
I'm used to saying Leesburg. I should have stayed with that so you wouldn't get confused since there were 2 Fairfields involved.
Unless you're thinking Leesburg, Florida. Then that would really...
is there a Leesburg, Florida?
There's a Leesburg, Florida.
I haven't been there yet. Maybe they'll have vacation there next
Well,
time.
it's towards central Florida. You don't see that.
Okay.
I'm
on the coastline, yeah. Now, the boys' regional soccer semifinals, that's tonight. Division II is at... Herrnstein Field, Chillicothe High School.
Yo.
That's Marietta against Fairfield Union. And Division III is at Athens High School between SOC rivals South Webster and Wheelersburg. There'll be growling and barking and everything else at each other on that one tonight. But we'll have those scores later this evening on our Litter Media scoreboard page at littermedia.com, as well as on Litter X.
Of course, if you want to see some soccer action, it's right here in your backyard.
Right, that's right.
You don't have to travel pretty
Chillicothe High School. Cleveland Cavaliers, they lost in NBA action last night to the Knicks. That was 109-91. And in the World Series, Game 4 last night, Texas taking a commanding lead with a 10-0 win over Arizona. I think they said Game 5's tonight. So if that's the case, it could be over.
It could wrap up.
Could be over later tonight.
Yeah.
And that's sports.
How about them Rangers, huh?
They're and I think the Reds did pretty well when they played them in the regular season. Mm-hmm. Didn't they sweep them?
I can't remember if they
in
swept
Cincinnati.
them. I remember they swept Tampa Bay and they swept the Astros, but I can't remember if they swept the Rangers. I think they took at least 2 of 3,
which is pretty good.
Yeah,
could have been a shoulda, woulda, and all that jazz. And
just think, had they swept them, they probably would have made the playoffs.
Well,
they were a game out?
I think they did sweep them. I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah. I just can't remember. That was, a July series?
Earlier,
Something
May
like that?
May or June, maybe.
Yeah.
Arlington, Texas.
Seems like there's something going on today. Was it, it's Aaron Clayton's birthday.
Oh,
that's right.
Yeah, breaking news.
Yes.
He's gonna think, I don't want to tell those guys about this again. Yeah.
2 weeks.
He's putting his 2 weeks in. I knew we wouldn't be able to keep him very long. Yeah.
HR violation. You kept talking about my birthday.
Yeah.
All right. This date in history, well before Aaron was thought of. Coming up next, right after these words.
You asked, we delivered. New Mike's Hard Lemonade, Zero Sugar. Zero sugar. Amazing taste. Years in the making. Now that's a drink worthy of the name Mike.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Each week, Litter Media presents the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Player of the Week. If you have an athlete to nominate, any amateur athlete is eligible. Simply visit littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. At the end of the year, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Make your nominations now at littermedia.com. Click on Player of the Week. This date in history, November 1, 2000, Aaron Glandon was born.
And another late-breaking story, the Reds did sweep the Texas Rangers, but it was in April.
Wow.
Yeah, 7-6 twice and 5-3 once. That's what Joe Glandon's watching for. He wanted to tell us that the Reds...
Get the Reds information right, would you?
Yeah, I don't care about my son's birthday. Get that Reds information right. Yeah. 1512 on this date. The ceiling of the Sistine Chapel in Rome, one of Italian artist Michelangelo's finest works.
Lying on his back.
On his back. Well, I don't know if he was still on his back when they were exhibiting it. But
I thought, man, that's a long paintbrush.
Yeah.
And the detail that he had to be able to...
I think he was probably up on a scaffolding or something. But it was exhibited to the public for the first time on this date in 1512. Michelangelo's epic ceiling frescoes, which took several years to complete, are among his most memorable works. Central, of course, is the creation of Adam, a painting in which the arms of God and Adam are stretching toward each other, with that fingertip just a smidged away.
Sometimes I'll do that with our cat, Bucky.
On his nose?
No, on his paw. He'll come up and Missy was sitting on the couch here. My chair's over here. And there's an end table between us. That's where the remote control sits. Mm-hmm. And sometimes he'll come up and he'll sit on that and look towards me.
Like, can you turn the channel on or what's something different?
And he'll have his paw sticking out like this. Uh-huh. So I'll sit there and I'll reach out to touch him. And it's funny because then his paw opens bigger and it's hilarious to see.
It sounds like an E.T. moment to me. Yeah. He's probably saying, can we watch Garfield or something else?
I'm picturing Neil Diamond, Your Heart Light.
Yeah, gotcha.
Gosh, that was something else.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
1983? Was that when?
Aaron wasn't born yet.
Oh, that's right.
Alan wasn't born yet, yeah. His alter ego, Alan.
Alan,
yeah. I'm going to get concerned if he comes in one day and identifies as Alan. Oh, geez.
I wouldn't. That wouldn't bother me at all. Something else, maybe, but not that. So.
He could have done that for Halloween. I'm not going there. I'll just stop right there.
Yeah, let's reel it back in. Can we rewind that part? No worry about a radio bit today. We started with
We did that.
So we've got that taken care of. We've got a couple of coaches to talk to. We've got Jeremy McKinney coming up here in just a bit, also Andy Hall. We will do both of those recorded fashion and share with you on our Litter Media Game of the Week preview show, which is tomorrow at 12 noon with this guy. I'll be part of the show, but that's because I'm doing the interviews today.
Doing the interviews. This will be the second show you've
I know.
chopped out on.
I have an
get
obligation
a complex
tomorrow.
here, you know.
Yeah, I apologize. So, in fact, I just got a text from Andy Hall right here. He's going to send us the starters.
Gotcha.
There you go.
Super.
So you and Tom Beard know who's who.
That's right. Leave it here on my desk. Right here on my desk.
when we brought Aaron into the fold, Mike turned this broadcast table into his desk.
Until there's a special edition, then I have to sit over in my
it was funny
the
seeing
quarter
him
chair.
and his laptop truly became a laptop. It was amazing. So, all right, that's it for the program today. Hey, Aaron, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Great to have you.
We got a
with us.
thumbs up. All right, coming up in just a moment, we have nothing.
That's correct.
That's right.
Well, I'm heading to Jackson. You guys have another assignment.
Yeah, we've got another assignment this afternoon involving some puppies. So we'll talk about that in the coming days here in a matter of moments. So thank you so much for watching Litter Media Live. Don't forget to listen to us on Litter Media Radio. Find the link when you click on Litter Media Radio at littermedia.com. For Mike Smith, for the birthday boy, Aaron Clandon, I'm Dan Ramey. We'll see you later.